Week away from Super Bowl 59, the two-time defending champions from Kansas City. Of course, last week they knocked off Buffalo in a thriller, 32-29. Oh, Kincaid had a shot, but could not squeeze it. And it's KC again. And Washington had an 18-play drive. They got three points. One toss left to that guy. Fly, Eagles fly. Philly never looks back. Jalen Hurts heading back to the Super Bowl. Sat with Cam Newton earlier this week. Those guys both know what it is to get close, but not quite. Here's some of their conversation.
Get to it.
How you thinking?
What's up, man?
You ready to rap? Ready to chat?
Talk to me.
Hurts takes the snap. He's going to carry himself. He's going to score! Hurts is going deep. And it is caught. Devontae Smith.
That's what the do. That's what the guy do.
Do you feel like you slept on it?
I feel like everyone has their own opinion. I think success and all of those things are defined off the person and what they define as success. And we're saying going to the Super Bowl again, having an opportunity in front of us to go handle business and finish the job. Ultimately, that's all you can ask for.
I remember when my only go around. To say I was heartbroken is to really, there wasn't words. Got the MVP, was the golden child of that time, but I didn't win. Vulnerably speaking, I cried. You got a second opportunity at this. What's your mentality going into this game?
Focus and finish. I can relate to you on that. Not the crying, but I can relate to you on coming up short after giving it everything that you had. But in this game, sometimes it's just not enough. But honestly, it's not your turn yet. And
so you believe in divine timing?
I think everything happens when it's supposed to, and I think there's always a learning lesson in everything. And ultimately, it's about how you respond to what you do.
All that we go through, all that we've been through, even this moment right here. Show me something tonight, man.
There's going to be highs and lows, and you have to take in at a time and stay diligent in your process, work, and put forth a good effort.
What's different about this go around?
You want like the obvious or like Saquon Barkley?
Talk to me nice.
Saquon Barkley. He's been a great addition in the locker room for the team. Obviously his ability, but how he carries himself, how he goes about his business, and he's been a blast to play with.
Guys, appreciate you.
Swag and RC will talk Super Bowl big picture a bit later. You want the obvious? I think we turn to the guy that played with that guy the last time around against this Kansas City team and came this close. It is a second bite of the apple, right, for the quarterback and for a lot of the guys on the team.
For a lot of the guys, yes.
But just looking through the lens of Jalen, right? He was excellent in that game outside of a couple small mistakes. One big mistake. What do you think? What do you think's different for him this time around?
Well, I think that he's already experienced it, and he's got a wealth of experiences from that moment, including last year where things didn't work out. And you had to fight tooth and nail and really look at yourself in a critical way to figure out how can I come back improved and how can this team come back and improve. And I think that the fact that they've gotten back there, the fact that they've improved on both sides of the ball so greatly within a year. The coordinators have done a phenomenal job. I really feel like they're in a position right now where there's a lot of confidence, there's a lot of cohesion. And I think, they talked about, divine plan maybe and, things coming together at the right moment. And I think that really comes down to, everybody gets these opportunities, but, luck really is opportunity making preparation. And these guys are so prepared from an experience standpoint, from a talent standpoint, and from just like everything clicking that they're in a good position right now.
I know we got to move, and I wish we didn't because I keep thinking about the Philly experience and go, this is the second time. And then I think, and for Kansas City, it's the third in a row, and the value of that. Again, I know that's a conversation that you all will be having a little bit later in the program. I want to acknowledge this week of celebration coaches because.
Hey, Kevin and Al, back with you on SportsCenter, getting ready for the Super Bowl.
Let's go.
Chiefs are the fourth team to ever appear in 3 consecutive Super Bowls, and they're 1-1 away from, of course, doing something never been done. A three-peat overall. They'd be just the third team in NFL history to win 3 straight championships, joining the Packers from 29 to 31, and again from 65 to 67. On the scene with the Chiefs, our Michelle Steele.
It is all about blocking out outside noise, and there's been more noise than normal this postseason run. Call it Chiefs fatigue, with KC being in 5 of the last 6 Super Bowls. Call it being portrayed as the villain by opposing players and coaches, stoking the fires around those officiating controversies. But as Andy Reid said, the Chiefs simply do not care about the narratives outside the building. Reid said he's not using that as motivation either, saying he just wants guys to dig into the plays and focus on keeping themselves physically fit for next Sunday. This team is used to, of course, minimizing those outside distractions during a championship run, and it was Patrick Mahomes who turned the page himself as soon as they won their last Super Bowl. He got his team locked in on a 3rd straight ring. It was just over a 11 months ago at the Chiefs Super Bowl parade where Mahomes said, we're going for that three-peat. Don't get it twisted. We're doing it 3 times. First time in NFL history we're doing it. It's come full circle because he's close. Kevin?
Michelle, thank you so much. You know, Super Bowl 57 2 years ago, but in between these 2 Super Bowls, these 2 teams met on the field in the regular season Arrowhead, Week 11 of 2023. Chiefs jumping out to a 10-point lead, and you see the Travis Kelce touchdown. Then Kansas City was held scoreless in the second half. Jalen Hurts going in for multiple touchdowns to lead the Eagles to a 21-17 victory. On the scene in South Philly is reporter Sal Paolantonio, and he joins us now. Sal Pal, what's the latest on the Eagles' preparations for Super Bowl 59 now?
Kevin, people seem to forget that Monday night football game. It gets lost in all the conversation about the Chiefs and the Eagles. Glad you brought that up because the Eagles have done a lot of self-scouting, intense self-scouting about Super Bowl 57, as well as that game on Monday night in Kansas City last year to try to figure out how they can stop this three-peat. And it really comes down to this. What is the Eagles offense going to do to figure out Steve Spagnuolo and the Chiefs defense? This is the best defense that the Eagles will face all season. And the bottom line is that Spagnuolo is so good at dialing up those diabolical blitzes on 3rd and 4th down in critical situations to defeat the quarterback. You saw it last week against Josh Allen. It happened in Super Bowl 57. Today, here's QB1 and the number 1 wide receiver talking about Steve Spagnuolo. Listen to this.
Well, he's been great. He's been great. Very high success rate in what they do. Great players, great defensive back group. Obviously, Chris Jones up front. And so it'll be a great challenge.
Stopping the run. They're really good in the back end and play hard. That's the reason why they're in this position, year after year after year. And
Chiefs Kingdom. Can you believe it? The Kansas City Chiefs are on the brink of NFL history, and what they just said about Mahomes and our team is blowing up the league. After that heart-pounding 32-29 win over the Buffalo Bills, we're heading to Super Bowl 59 again. That game had everything. Big plays, nail-biting moments, and of course Mahomes doing Mahomes things. But here we are, standing on the edge of something no team has ever done before, winning 3 straight Super Bowls. That's right. We're not just playing for another ring, we're chasing a legacy. So I gotta ask you, do you think the Chiefs can pull off the first ever three-peat? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this is our moment, Chiefs Kingdom. But hold up, it gets even better. Wait until you hear what the media and players are saying about Mahomes. It's absolutely wild. Let's be real. Patrick Mahomes isn't just playing football, he's redefining it. The media can't stop talking about him, and honestly, who can blame them? After back-to-back Super Bowl wins, Mahomes didn't even let the confetti hit the ground before setting his sights on a three-peat. Remember at last year's Super Bowl parade when he said, "We're going for that 3. Don't get it twisted. We're doing it 3 times." That wasn't just talk. He meant it. Analysts are calling him the face of the NFL, and players across the league are in awe of his leadership and MVP-caliber performances. Even after that thriller against Buffalo, Mahomes was all business, locking in, leading the team, and proving why he's the heart of this dynasty. But now I've got to hear from you. Is Mahomes already the greatest QB of all time? Hit that poll above and let's see where Chiefs Kingdom stands. And hey, while we're hyped about Mahomes, not everyone in the NFL world is cheering us on. In fact, some people are getting real salty about the Chiefs' success. And that's where things start to heat up. All right, Chiefs Kingdom, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Chiefs fatigue. When you've been to 5 Super Bowls in 6 years and are gunning for a historic three-peat, not everyone's gonna love you. Suddenly, people are labeling the Chiefs as the villains of the NFL. Crazy, right? And don't even get me started on the officiating controversies. Opposing players and coaches are stirring the pot, claiming the refs are favoring KC. But you know what? Andy Reid isn't having any of that nonsense. He's not using the hate as fuel. He's focused on what really matters, keeping the team sharp, locked in, and ready for game day. So here's the big question for you. Do you think the hate fuels the Chiefs, or are we just that good? Drop your thoughts in the comments. But while everyone else is busy talking, the stats are telling a whole different story. And trust me, You'll want to hear this next part. All right, Chiefs Kingdom, let's dive into some hard facts. While the haters are busy talking, the numbers are speaking loud and clear. This season, the Chiefs are a perfect 16-0 when entering a game as the betting favorite. Yep, you heard that right, undefeated. That's not just impressive, it's historic. We've even surpassed the legendary 1972 Miami Dolphins, who went 15-0 en route to the only undefeated season in NFL history. But that's not all. Dating back to last season, Kansas City has won 18 straight games as favorites. That ties us with teams like the 2008-2009 Saints and 2005-2006 Seahawks for the third longest streak in the Super Bowl era. Only the Colts and Patriots have had longer runs. But let's be real, none of them had Mahomes' magic on their side. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Being the favorite doesn't guarantee victory. In fact, over the last 16 Super Bowls, the favorite has only won 6 times. Yikes. So, I gotta ask you, do you trust the odds or do you believe in underdog magic? Drop your predictions in the comments below, but this isn't just about numbers, my friend. It's about legacy. And the biggest game is right around the corner. Here we are, Chiefs Kingdom. The moment we've all been waiting for. Super Bowl 59 is set, and it's a high-stakes rematch against the Philadelphia Eagles. The question is, can Mahomes and the crew finish the job? The Eagles' offense is no joke, but you know who's ready? Steve Spagnuolo and his diabolical defense. Just like we shut down Josh Allen, we're gearing up to stop Jalen Hurts and company. So tell me, will Mahomes and the Chiefs cement their dynasty, or will the Eagles spoil the party? Comment your score predictions below. And hey, if you bleed red and gold, smash that like button, subscribe to Total Chiefs, and hit that notification bell. We've got all the post-game reactions coming your way. This is history in the making, Chiefs Kingdom. Let's go get that third ring. Go Chiefs!